It can be really tricky to find the right gimbal because they're supposed to help you get better shots, smoother shots, and now more creative shots. But some of them can be really complex, difficult to set up, and quite cumbersome. So that actually gets in the way of you trying to get the perfect shot, which negates the whole point in having a gimbal in the first place. So whenever I am testing a new gimbal, there's a few main things that I like to test and keep in mind. How simple it is to set up, how easy it is to use, and how lightweight and portable it is. And this ticks all of those boxes. Now I've actually been sent this Manfrotto MVG220 Gimbal to test. They have sent this to me free of charge, but they haven't paid me to say anything in particular, so all of my opinions in this video are 100% my own and honest, based on the tests that I've done over the past few days. And I'm going to point out my favourite features of this, and as well the areas that I think could be developed, to help you make a decision whether or not this gimbal is right for you or not. This one here. So the MVG220 is actually for smaller, lightweight setups. It's a small gimbal itself, perfect for mirrorless cameras and the smaller form factor bodies. I'm actually using the Sony A7C camera, great little thing. I'm having so much fun with this. I've also got on the 16 to 35mm G Master lens, which is a fairly big lens. No problems whatsoever, fits on there nicely and loads of room so you can put it in briefcase mode, loads of clearance over there, so nice and easy to balance, holds the weight no problem. The gimbal itself only weighs 1.1 kilograms and it's got a payload of 2.2 kilograms. So before you buy this, just double check that your camera and lens combination and all your accessories that you might be using is compatible with this gimbal before you buy it. Just double check. You can find all the weights for the lenses and the camera on the manufacturer website, so just do that before you buy anything. Like if you're doing a wedding, for example, or if you're doing a shoot, you're often walking for quite a while to the actual location where you'll be filming. I actually tested this the other day, and this gimbal is really lightweight, so you don't even notice that you're carrying it, which is an absolute bonus. The fact that it's got a briefcase handle as well means you can just hold it like that down by your side. I'll show you. Hold it down by your side like that in briefcase mode and it's fine. You can lock the axes as well. I love that feature. And it's gonna the gimbal is off at the moment, as you can see. So it's gonna stay in place. So you can just carry your gimbal around like that and you know things aren't gonna be wobbling around. If you take the camera off, like I've just done, you can condense it down even further, as I'm sure you've all seen this before, but I just want to show you so that you're aware. So nice, small form factor there. Carry it with either one of these handles, super lightweight, look at that. Nice. But even though it's lightweight, it doesn't feel cheap. Parts of it are plastic and parts of it are metal. It still feels really well made. So, and with the locking axes, it just makes it so much easier to balance the camera on as well. The first thing that I noticed about it when I switched it on was how easy it is to work. It's the easiest gimbal that I've ever used. Super easy to get started. The main screen just shows you all your different modes. So you just tap on the touchscreen menu, whichever mode you want. So you've got your pan follow mode straight away, pan and tilt, all follow mode. So that's gonna go on the roll axes as well. I love that mode because it gives you like a more of a handheld vibe if you're going for that sort of thing. But it's really responsive as well. One of my main gripes with using gimbals is that they can sometimes not be very responsive and it just doesn't feel natural. The DJI RS2 that I've been using and haven't done a video yet, but I will be doing soon, is my favourite gimbal for the bigger cameras. So I was worried that this one wasn't going to be as responsive, but it really is. It's got a really natural, smooth feel to it. So really happy with this for the price and the size. Incredible. So along with your normal modes that you get with the gimbal, it's also got selfie mode. So you just click selfie mode button, or you can triple press the trigger and that'll spin it round. And actually, because of the weight of this thing, you could probably vlog using this. It's probably lighter than my R6 and the Joby GorillaPod this. So I'd have no problem vlogging like this, and you know it's going to be super smooth even with my shaky arms. Along with selfie mode, you've also got portrait mode. So this is perfect for things like Instagram Reels or TikTok and all that sort of stuff. That portrait mode is becoming more and more popular. So to have this built into this gimbal is a massive bonus. So all you do is hold the gimbal vertically and then it opens up another option for portrait mode. Click portrait mode and as you can see it spins on that axis and now you've got that portrait mode. Look at that. Amazing. When you want to exit portrait mode, just click it again and it will spin back round to normal. And there you go. Amazing feature. I like that. Because there's something about that portrait look, especially with a really good camera, that just looks so good. Because it separates people that just shoot and portrait with their phone compared to a proper camera. So I'll probably be using that more, to be honest. Oh yeah, and it's got inception mode, aka, what's it called? Vortex mode. Puts the camera that way and you can hold it either facing forward like this and then it will roll like so, or you can have it facing upwards like I did in this shot and then it will start spinning around. You can get some really creative shots with this. I love that. Ever since they introduced this feature, it's been very popular. And you've got to not overuse it, but it's great to have. And what I like about this is how easy it is to use. This is the best Vortex, aka Inception mode, that I've ever used because the layout of how it works is so simple. You can choose anti-clockwise or clockwise, and then you can choose one rotation or infinite rotations just by pressing one or the other. That's so handy, but the best thing is you can actually control the speed really easily. So let me set it going. So I'll put it on infinite, it'll just keep going now, I don't have to do anything. And before, on the other gimbals, you have to hold the joystick in the direction that you're going and hold it at the desired place to get the right speed. Whereas on this, it's a constant speed and you just tap the joystick to adjust the speed. So I can go all the way down to there, look, and it's super slow. And you don't have to do anything. And that means you can just focus on getting the shot now and not have to think about the speed. If I want to change the speed, just tap the joystick that way, full speed. Great range of speeds. Right, let's stop that now. There we go. And then back to the original position again. Love it. I really like this thing. Really impressed actually. And the best thing is, it's lightweight. I've been sat here recording for 16 minutes already and I'm still managing to hold this up. Another thing, this wheel here, I think it's called the multi-function wheel or something like that, or dial, but you can set it whatever you want it to be. And at the moment, it's set to the axes, so you can choose whether it does the tilt, the pan, look at that, or the roll. And it's a really good feeling dial. But no, seriously, you can be really precise with it because of how, I don't know what the right terminology is. You can get, it's precision, it's precise, it's good that is. You can also set that up if you've got the camera plugged in to change the focus or the zoom or anything. So it's a really handy feature. I love how they've got that built in to the base model. It's great. Because normally you'd have to pay extra for something like that. It also comes with the briefcase handle, which is great because I love being able to just switch straight into briefcase mode. And what I like about it is it's not huge, because some of these briefcase handles can be really large and get in the way, but that is like the perfect size really. So yeah, I would be happy to keep that on the whole time, which is good, because the only downside to this is you have to use an Allen key to detach this or to put it on. And it'd be better if they had like a built-in thumb screw that you could just clip on or clip off instead of having to get the tool out and undo that. That is the only thing I would say about this that probably needs changing. Other than that though, the handle itself, great, because you can also, there's a thread on the top here, so you could put like a monitor mount or something like that, or add this if you wanted the extra length. There you go, look. Bonus points though, I've just noticed that it's got a little magnetic place here that you can put the Allen key, so that stays there and you can just easily access that when you do want to take the gimbal off. So kudos for that, they have thought about that. But if this just clipped on and off really easily, it'd be even better. I don't mind it so much because, as I say, it's so small, it doesn't get in the way. I'd be happy leaving it on full time. Obviously the only thing is you can't put it in the box. So you can control the gimbal using the joystick here on the gimbal itself and the buttons on the side, or you can use the app. It's a super simple app that's not complex whatsoever, nice and easy to use. You haven't got loads of options in there, but I quite like it because I like to just use a gimbal to make sure that my shots are steady. I don't need the force mobile thing where you need it to move. It's a nice extra, but I've never used it. Just be mindful of that. It doesn't have that, not that I'm aware of, and I can't see it in here. The gimbal itself is so easy to use, I probably wouldn't use the app, but it's there if you need it. Look, I can control it from here, and you can change the modes, you can change the settings, you can reset the gimbal. There we go. Great little app. I like the simplicity. I suppose I will say though, with having the app, it's probably a little bit easier and quicker to change the settings when you fine tuning the gimbal to suit your shooting style. It's probably quicker on the app, but obviously if you don't want to be getting your phone out, you can do it fine on the screen. I like having that screen. I probably would use the screen over the app, to be honest. As you can see as well with these shots, super smooth, no problems whatsoever. And it was tricky this because we were going uphill and the ground was really uneven as well, and I was tripping over twigs and all sorts because I wasn't watching where I was going. And also with the orbit shots, really smooth, didn't notice any of that lag and then the jumps. Perfect, great. I love how this gimbal responds to all your movements, it's just spot on. So it charges via USB cable, you just plug it in there, and it only takes an hour and a half to charge, and you get, which is incredible, an hour and a half and you get 7 hours, up to 7 hours it says. Great for a day filming. 7 hours for a small gimbal like this is great. Comes with all the different cables that you might need depending on what camera you use. Look at all that in this little Friar Tuck pouch. I always have to sniff things and it's all right. The sniff test, it's passed the sniff test. Yeah, so whatever camera you're using, you're covered basically. And that's so you can use the gimbal to control your camera. So press record, it's so much better having a record button on the gimbal so you don't have to keep rejigging you know what I mean. So who is this gimbal for? Well, if you use a small lightweight setup like this here, and you normally do vlogging or anything like that, but you want to step up your production a little bit more and get smooth shots sometimes for your B-roll, then this is for you, because there's no point in spending any more on a bigger gimbal when this does everything, and it's super lightweight. Maybe for the small people watching, like myself, this is a great size. Because if you're doing a wedding all day, you know that with a large setup and a bigger gimbal, it gets really tiring. I'm tired. It gets really tiring very quickly. So something like this is ideal. Great little setup actually. I can't say enough good things about it because it is like the perfect gimbal for this size setup. I really like it. Bear in mind though as well, I am quite simple. I like simple type shots. This is a simple gimbal. It's easy to use. You can switch it on and use it straight away and you don't have to worry about anything because it's there ready to go. But you've still got those extra features anyway, like inception mode and portrait mode and selfie mode. It's a win. It's a winner. Love it. Really like this. With it being Manfrotto as well, you know it's going to be well made. Love Manfrotto stuff. Always have done. And this is no exception. It's just quality. Really like it, yeah. You might have noticed in the background there's no PC anymore. The PC's gone and there's something else in place of it, but that's for another video and another day. I'll bring you up to speed as soon as possible. But I'm trying to work through these videos as quick as I can. I've got another one coming very soon. I can't wait. Tuesday I'm filming that one. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Cannot wait. I'm excited. Really excited. Let me know what you think to this gimbal in the comments below. Always love to know what your thoughts are on these things. Would you use one of these? Have you used one already? Let me know. And if you've been waiting for the DJI RS2 gimbal review, it's coming, I promise. But anyway, have a great week. Thanks so much for watching, if you still are. and I will see you in the next one. Have a great week. I think I've said that already. I need a thumbnail. What do you think would be a good thumbnail for this? Struggling with the old thummies.